Welcome to this edition of 101 with Marcus Ekure. Now, quickly, I want us to share our thoughts on this unemployment in Nigeria and the effect, the adverse effect, or the long run effect it's going to create on us as a nation. Now, I was studying a material from the National Bureau of Statistics recently, and I saw where it was inscribed that the Nigerian universities and tertiary institutions generally churn out an average of about 1.5 to 3 million graduates annually into the already saturated labor market. Is that not shocking to you? Now, the question is, when we keep producing graduates through our institutional framework, into turning them into the labor market without a hope of getting employed, without a hope of getting job opportunities, what does that spell to you? I also read in the news the Minister of Labor and Productivity, that's Chris Ngige, saying that it is not the duty of the government to provide job opportunities for its citizens. And I laughed. If it's not the duty of government to provide job for the people, is it not also the duty of government to create enabling environment for the people to get engaged? No, that's the problem. One of the biggest bewitchments that the white man, our colonial masters, casted on us was or is this mindset of white collar job. Now, so a lot of these young people who are churned out of the university system into the labor market today, they do not understand any other thing other than getting a white collar job because they've been cocooned by a psychological system built or projected or progressed by from their family fronts that they should go to school, study very hard, get a good grade in order to get a good job. So the essence of going to the university for so many of them, or the end product of going to the university is to end up with a white collar job. So if there's anything majority of these graduates think is just getting a job. So they have become psychic robots moving in psychic prison. A few years ago, I was invited to speak to graduate students in University of Benin Graduate School, on the topic strategies for accelerated business development. And I told them, I said, it's so painful. Now I'm talking to business students on strategies for accelerated business development, but majority of these people do not even understand how business works. They don't understand business principles because the university does not teach our youth or they don't teach our students how to succeed after school. And the certificate is not an instant ticket to success. Can you imagine that? Now let's ask ourselves this question. Now, if you have an army of youths churned out annually by the institutional framework of a nation, and government is not providing job opportunities or creating enabling environment for businesses to thrive, and these youths are carrying this mentality or this mindset of getting white collars job, what do you think is going to happen in the near future? There's going to be a tsunami. So the insecurity crisis, the insecurity problems we have everywhere today, the problem of young people going into all sort of fraudulent activities, popularly known as Yahoo or scam and all that, the problem of insecurity, the problem of integrity and all that, they're all going to worsen. And if it continues like that, very soon, it's going to be too hot. The society is going to be too hot for every one of us to stay. And it goes to show that the biblical provision or the biblical saying that the world is certainly going to come to an end someday, you do not really need to look so deep for you to believe it because naturally you find out that the world certainly is going to come to an end when all this negligence starts manifesting its negative dimensions from various angles. Then we will not be able to cope with the situation anymore. I want to stop here today. Thank you very much for joining me on this broadcast. I remain your friend, Marcus Ikure. Keep flying and stay at the top. Thank you.